In a world that never seems to slow down, there was a house just like any other, buzzing with the chaos of daily life. The parents, weighed down by work, would come home with heavy sighs. The older kids would grumble about homework and chores, their headphones sealing them off in their own little worlds. Kindness still existed, of course. A cup of coffee made just right, a door held open, a chore done without being asked. But these small gestures, like whispers in a storm, went completely unnoticed. No one really said thank you anymore. Amidst all this rushing and complaining, the youngest child, Leo, saw it all. He was a quiet observer, watching the tired lines on his parents' faces and hearing the frustration in his siblings' voices. He often heard the grown-ups talk about feeling unseen, unappreciated, their efforts dissolving into the background noise of a busy life. Then one day, something shifted. At school, Leo's teacher talked about something called gratitude. She explained it was like a little seed of happiness you could plant in someone's day. Inspired, an idea sparked in Leo's mind. That afternoon, he found an empty glass jar, cleaned it carefully, and placed it right in the center of the kitchen table. Next to it, he left a small notepad, a pen, and a simple, handwritten sign. Write something you're thankful for, or someone you want to thank. At first, the jar was just another object on a cluttered table. His dad glanced at it and kept walking. His sister rolled her eyes. It was ignored, a silent invitation that no one seemed ready to accept. But Leo wasn't discouraged. He picked up the pen and wrote the very first note. It said, "Thank you, Mom, for making breakfast even when you're tired." He folded the small paper and dropped it into the empty jar. Clink. Later that evening, after the dinner plates were cleared and the house began to settle, his mom was wiping down the table. She noticed the little folded paper inside the jar. Curious, she picked it out and read it. A long, stressful day seemed to melt away from her shoulders. A genuine smile, the kind Leo hadn't seen in a while, spread across her face. Before heading to bed, she quietly took the pen, wrote her own note, and dropped it in. That was the beginning. The next day, their dad found a note that said, "Thank you for helping me fix my laptop." He was surprised, then thoughtful. He added one of his own. Soon, a sibling wrote, "Thanks for helping me with my test." Another note appeared. "Thank you for making me laugh today." The jar, once empty, began to fill with little folded pieces of paper, each one a tiny beacon of appreciation. Slowly, almost magically, the atmosphere in the house began to change. There was less complaining and more smiling. People started noticing the little things again, offering to help each other without being prompted. The home felt lighter. One evening, Leo suggested they read the notes aloud. The family gathered around the table, a bit hesitant at first. As they took turns reading, the room filled with emotion. The father admitted he'd been feeling invisible at his job, and these notes made him feel seen at home. The mother said the jar reminded her that all her small, daily acts of love truly mattered. They all looked at Leo, realizing that his simple idea had transformed their entire family. The thank you jar wasn't just a temporary experiment. It became a cherished family tradition. Even friends and visitors would add notes when they came over. It just goes to show that sometimes the smallest voices can remind us of the biggest truths. A little bit of appreciation has the power to change everything: our relationships, our homes, and our hearts. And it all started with one child and one simple jar. What are you thankful for today? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that warm the heart.